Hi, my name is Jens from 8 Legs to Fast, and in this week's video I'm going to show you how I rehouse my Acanthoscurria geniculata tarantulas. So in front of me I have a new enclosure. It's actually 30 by 30 by 25 centimeters, and that's, to my opinion, large enough to hold the tarantulas. So we're going to start. I have these little, I don't know, soft circles. I actually add them at the bottom of the terrarium, so they don't make any scars on my closets. Last one. Alright, so it was actually the first step. Now I'm going to add the coconut fiber. Alright, going to get our hands dirty, just spread a little. The potting soil or the coconut fiber is already a little bit wet. Okay. Now a little piece of cork. I'm actually a little bit short on cork. Now I'm going to add the second piece of cork. Maybe just going to remove this one. Maybe just... I'm just going to look for some other branches. Maybe it'll improve things. So, I bought these spiderwood branches. It's actually for an aquarium, to aquascape. But I use them in other enclosures of mine, so... And they work. They don't mold normally, so... Maybe just... I'm just going to add some of these branches. Going to move this angle. Yep, that's probably a better angle. Some live plants would be nice, but I can't find any live plants, so and now, just to finish it, a little piece of moss. I have these bags of moss, and I always use them to maintain the humidity in the containers, and for the springtails, of course. So, just going to play a little bit with it. That's actually not too bad at all. Keeping in mind that it is an Acanthoscurria geniculata, and most of the time they will just ruin everything that you escape. So hopefully this remains intact, but I can't promise anything. Right, so I think this one is ready. Now we're going to do the second one. Now the next terrarium, I'm going to restart the whole process. So, first things first, you just bought a new terrarium. You add some of these little protection circles. They're sticky. So you add them at the bottom of your terrarium, so the glass won't scratch the surface where it's standing on. And they're so sticky, it's even difficult to add them. Right, third one. Now the last one. Alright, stable and it doesn't scratch. Now we're going to add the coconut fiber. I just made a new batch. Still a little bit dry, you see. Afterwards, the terrarium is ready, I will add some water. Yeah, this is way more moist. This is actually a mixture of coconut fiber and coconut shells. So there are a little bit pieces that are way bigger than the others. It's just nice for the texture, so I love it. That's probably enough. Just going to clean. A little bit of cork. Just a little pre-made hole. We're going to add a little bit of moss, which is nice for our eyes and handy for the springtails inside, because they like it a little bit moist. It just looks a little bit more alive, more natural. I'm going to add some of these branches inside. Made things a little bit more natural looking, some more random. So I think this will be it. actually misses some life plants, but as most of you will know, Acanthoscurria geniculata, they will just rip out the plants and demolish everything. So now both terrariums are ready for the new inhabitants. I just almost forgot something. In this little plastic tub I have the springtails. I just bought them because I ran out of them. So just going to add them inside. Whoop. So the cleanup crew is also added. I'm going to get both tarantulas. This one here is actually really needy of a new enclosure because if you can, I don't know if you can see it, but in the plastic tub there's actually a lot of mold. So this one will probably be happy. And the reason why I rehouse them immediately in a bigger enclosure, and their probably final enclosure, is because they're way too fast and way too aggressive to handle for me. So just know your own limits. I forgot something very important. The catch cup. Because I know myself, and like I just said, I'm too slow. Just go up, please. And quit with your hairs. Nope, not going this way. Yeah, show your fangs, really nice. Like I said, they're actually a little bit too aggressive for me. Yeah. Tread posture. Like we know them. Could you just go? You're a big guy, huh? You ready with showing off? Alright! What tarantulas also don't like is when you blow at them. They're used to go in a little ball form. Right, just go. Okay, it's not really inside, but normally when I it's okay. To be honest, I had a little bit stress, but it really needed a new enclosure because there was mold everywhere. So it was actually the first one that I rehoused. It didn't go that smooth at all, but it's rehoused, and that's the more important. It's in a mold-free enclosure, and I just feel the hairs. Jesus, yeah. They're itchy. Next enclosure is here. Again, the box with springtails. The next tarantula. Same species, and hopefully a little bit more friendly. On the left side and on the right side, a catch cup. To be honest, 8 pair of hands would be nice at this moment. Are we going to do this the safe way? Why not the safe way? So the safe way is you just take a catch cup, you place the lids inside of the enclosure. Take your catch cup, put over the tarantula, just remove it slowly and gently. You don't want to hurt it. Above the lid, with the tweezers you can remove the lid a little bit. Get everything in place. You can see it's actually now trapped inside of the catch cup. You can push, and now it's in a cup. It's actually made me feel a little bit more safer, because yeah, you're still handling a wild animal. Now you can put the catch cup inside of the new enclosure, and you can easily open the lid a little bit and just close it off, and the spider will eventually just start moving around and you can take the lid away. It's actually the safest way to rehouse your tarantula pet. In first case it's safe for you, second case it's safe that it can escape, and as third reason I would say it's actually better for the animal. The moment they escape and they start wandering around, they can actually hurt themselves. Maybe it just needs a little poke, a little gentle poke. When I poke my tarantula, I always use the back side of the tweezers, because when you want to poke them like this and you got scared and you just do this, they can be snapped between the tweezers. So I always touch them like this. It's actually to protect the tarantula for my my jump scares. Hey little one, it's okay, you can move around. You're friendly. Welcome in your new enclosure. Don't be scared. Jesus. Now we can see it actually a little bit more close. So I hope you liked it. It was actually a little bit funny to see me handle very unprofessional the tarantula, but I'm going to end this video. For next week I actually have a big project. I bought 2 new terrariums for my leopard geckos. For the moment they were actually in a temporary enclosure, but I bought 2 new ones. And I will do the complete terrarium with background, everything you can think about. So I hope I see you next week, and just subscribe and hit the like button if you would do me a favor. Alright, so till next week.